Which was a shame because it's the first car to this day that ran on free fuel. It was totally powered by cow manure. I think a lot of people were turned off by the ad. A cow sitting on a gas tank reading the Farmer's Almanac. But she was never sure whether Sven's pleading was the pain talking or the medication talking or the guy in the next bed talking. You see, the guy in the next bed was Ingmar von Bergen, St. Olaf's meanest ventriloquist.
Come on, Rose, why aren't you ready?
I'm not going.
How come?
Well, Miles might be there, and I don't know.
Oh, now, Rose, don't say you're going to feel stupid. You are not stupid. You just... march to a different drummer?
Yeah, the little wind-up monkey, bang.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Juan Talamela! Juanita, Juan Talamela!
Brave.
Too late, Ma. Good night.
You killed Mrs. Claxton 2 days ago. I mean, she died 2 days ago. Well, Rose knows she didn't do anything. She's just upset. Rose, go to her funeral, have a good cry. You'll feel a lot better.
There isn't going to be a funeral. Mrs. Claxton didn't have any friends or relatives.
I even tried to help her find her little old gypsy mama.
Well, I lied to Stan. I used to tell him how great he was in bed. It was really very difficult, but fortunately, I only had to tell him on his birthday.
Pleasure. Wow, what a hunk. I know. Eat your hearts out.
Blanche, did it ever occur to you that possibly Rose or I might be interested in Jake?
Yes.
And you still used every cheap ploy to nab him before we had a chance?
Yeah.
Then what? Kelly Brothers.
That was all true. To this day, I get flushed every time I pass the jungle gym.
Oh, come on, Blanche. That story is no truer than the one you told about you and Buzz in the lunar...
It was kismet. Suddenly, we were spiritually connected soulmates.
And then you threw your underwear at me, didn't you, love?
So sue me. I just got caught up in the moment.
Hey, Dorothy, I just want to say you did a nice job.
Thanks, Al.
And Dorothy, I also wanted to say took guts.
Thanks, Al.
See, Dorothy, I just wanted to ask you.
You have a question? Does Johnny Cash ever wear plaid?
It's not her fault. She's from Minnesota. We'll be in touch.
Oh, girls, we have interviewed dozens of people. We haven't met one likely candidate.
Well, maybe our standards are too high.
Ma, come on. I guess we've all learned something from this.
Yeah. You can never really replace someone you've lost. And the next time I answer an ad, it'll be from one of Blanche's magazines. Those people know.
An exchange student? Kim Fong Toy?
Oh, sure. You look different.
Different on outside, same on inside.
Hi, I'm Pete Fielder.
Senior class president.
Oh, my God, it's the president!
Rose.
I'm gonna try something.
From the service station across the street, our farm was just down the road from.
Rose, honey, have you been washing the fruit off before you eat it? Listen, we have a decision we have to make right now.
But our last session, who's Sophia?
My mother.
Calling Dr. Freud. Look, I can't say anything definitively, but there's strong evidence here that Stan doesn't actually love you.
I don't?
He doesn't?
That's correct. A theory would be that he's neurotically obsessed with you.
Dorothy, we could build on that.
It was overpriced. I don't know why Frank Sinatra sings about it. New Yorkers are all sickos.
We could go to Hollywood.
Sure, good choice. No sickos there.
Sophia, honey, please. We're trying to make a very difficult decision here.
Oh, excuse me, not a...
Night. Set it up again, Rose. Rose, honey, how about a piece of bundt cake, huh?
Oh, no, thanks.
I'll try some, Dorothy.
Try some, right, like it's some big experiment, like you got no idea what it tastes like.
Ambush, this is not... Gentlemen, please! You don't seem to understand what I'm trying to tell you. The car is not for sale.
Why not?
It's haunted.
What?
The car is haunted. I should know. I rode in it.
You look okay.
I'm 27 years old. In the future, a simple, none of your business, Sophia, will suffice.
Tell me honestly, Blanche, do you have any reason to believe that Laszlo might be interested in you?
Well, just the fact that on numerous occasions he has referred to me as his greatest artistic inspiration ever, bar none.
After the murder, other than you and your staff, were the waiter, the security chief, and the four of us.
So?
So when Miss McGlynn was reconstructing the murder scene, she described Blanche's dress being slung over the bed.
It was. I saw it.
But Miss McGlynn could only have seen it if...
Lusted, just crying out to be released. I've never said this to another man, Ham, but I feel a heat between us, kind of a flame crackling and hissing. I want you to put that flame out, Ham. I want you to pluck me like a fruit and wash me off in your... Sophia, please, how am I supposed to keep you out of trouble? Why are you going through Dorothy's things?
'Cause I've already been through yours. Oh, my God, this box is a treasure trove.
I guess as long as you already have it out, let's just...
Mom, I think we should talk.
Oh, why don't we just forget about it?
I don't want to forget about it.
Okay, then I forgive you. I know it wasn't your fault.
Mom, you've got to stop pretending I'm some kind of perfect angel. I'm not. I make mistakes. And what I did the other night was one of them.
But isn't that where one woman and another...
We already know what it means.
But Jean's a very attractive woman. She could have any man she wants.
She doesn't want them.
Well, why not? A man has so much more to offer, you know what I mean, Dorothy?
Yeah, I found that out when Mark Perper was running for...
Now I lay me down to sleep. You know, I'd almost forgotten about that night.
With all of us cramped into that bed, I had to sleep in positions I never thought possible.
Me too.
I don't want to encourage long stories, but it seems in this story you left out the...
The story.
That's the word.
Well, Charlie went right to sleep. We didn't... Well, you know.
When he promised?
No.
Should be angry because I didn't sweep under the bed.
Gee, you're really a good liar.
I know. That's why I'm studying to be a lawyer. See, I'm going to school at night, and the only time I have to study is when you all go out.
Your worst feature. But competitive is right up there.
Do you believe that?
No. I always thought your bony feet were your worst feature. Nighty-night.
Wait a minute. You haven't told me about the double date.
It was a complete disaster.
Oh, you mean Rose and her guy didn't hit it off?
Oh, no, they got...
I think I'll call it a night, Ernie.
Okay. Take care.
Thanks, Ernie.
Tommy Turner.
71. Don't miss any meals.
I mean, we have a place to go home to, and so many people don't. We should keep them in our hearts and our minds, not just on Christmas, but every day of the year.
It's more than a place to go. It's having someone there for you. We have each other. There's always someone there.
That's right.
That's right, darling. So let's go home.
We're coming.
Who could that be? Everybody I invited's already here. Sophia!
Ma, what are you doing here? You know you're not supposed to leave the home. You're still recovering from that stroke.
What recovering? I'm back 100%, knock wood.
You have to get him out of
Look,
here.
girls, I know how difficult it is living with Stanley. Don't forget, I did it for 38 years. But the man is recovering from major surgery. He needs us.
He is taking advantage of you.
He is sick. Now, he's the only one who can know when he's ready to leave. It has to be his decision.
Well, sometimes people...
Did you have happy times then?
Yes, actually, we did. It was a chance to get together and remember other happy times.
She's beginning to get to me. In Sicily, we used to wash our dishes in the river.
I hope that's Mr. Fix-It.
We used to beat them against the rocks.
No, Sophia. Well, Frank, you know, I've been thinking, this is the third Saturday of our relationship, and I don't even know what you like to eat. Why don't you come over for dinner this Saturday night and let me find out what whets your appetite?
Ma, you know how I feel. I cannot give you my blessing.
Dorothy, I love you, but if you ruin my happiness, I will put a Sicilian curse on you that will be like hell on earth.
Ma, you can't put a Sicilian curse on your eldest daughter if the mother is marrying a man under 5.
Hey, mister, you want me to play It Had to Be You for the two of you?
I want you to play it for the four of us.
Thank you, Rose.
Happy Mother's Day.
It's a really sweet story, Rose.
Yeah, right. So sell it to the Reader's Digest. Now let's get out of here.
Must be Michael. Hello? Hello, Michael.
Okay, that's it. In rush. Half the people have walkers. The other half can't get out of their chairs. But they got bells going off like crazy. You know what that does to hearts that only beat a few times a week? It's not pretty.
We better go. We have reservations.
Miss Blanche? He said he had friends who would lean on us.
Well, I got friends too. One phone call to Palermo, and Johnny's lunch wagon will be wearing concrete tires.
Ma, come on. The only person you know in Palermo is Uncle Vito, and he's a harmless old man.
Harmless? Give him a piece of piano wire, make fun of his limp, and see what...
Someone.
Oh, not now. I want to sleep.
No, Rose, listen. Dorothy's so upset with me, and I don't blame her after all those things I said. You know, I just don't see how I'll ever face her again. Rose, listen, listen. Am I a terrible person?
I don't know. Who are you?
Let's share it.
Oh, I don't know what to say.
Don't you see? We belong together. We're an artful complement of individual tastes, enhanced instead of concealed by each other and served in our...
I'm so sorry.
It's Coca-Cola, no? No need to apologize. In Moscow, I stand in line 6 hours.
I want to make a confession. I've never told this to another living soul, but I'm not perfect.
What?
No, I mean it. Look in my left eye. What do you see?
Well, there's a little sleep crust in the corner.
Why are we here?
Ladies,
I'm sorry. When you told me you were serious, I took you literally. Just forget this stuff. Wear your sweats.
No, Yvonne, we want all that stuff.
Yeah, we do. We really do. Well, I don't. I'm going to stick with my sweatsuit and my PF Flyers.
Take her to lunch.
Sure. With the size of our estate, I think we can afford lunch.
So that's it. That's the big secret. Charlie was a nice guy.
Oh, I'm sorry it lacked the intrigue of the Duncan Osgood case.
But isn't it amazing how things always work out?
Uh-huh. Yeah, right. 6 o'clock at Mildred's. We're putting together a list of demands to present to that scuzzball McCracken at work tomorrow. Good. Oh, and Edna, bring some sherry. Nobody bought that glaucoma story when you whipped out that reefer last.
And the sex is no good if it isn't with someone you love.
Rose?
Oh, the very thought of it makes me feel dirty.
Rose?
Oh, gosh, she's right. I do feel dirty.
Well, don't worry. You'll get used to it.
Blanche, I'm going home, getting down on my knees and begging for forgiveness.
Yep.
I have other plans. Thank you. Now, just stop that. Look, Blanche, are you going to do this or not? Because my date is on his way over, and I just want a ticket on the radio to a dinner theater. Beatlemania. Shut up, Ma.
Is he asleep?
You need any help?
We're going to have that baby till college. Shh.
So, how was dinner?
I'm still in shock.
What happened?
I just can't believe it.
What?
You know, you just never think you're going to hear that.
Blanche, tell me.
She's dying.
Lord, for making him live under those terrible conditions. But Angelo wouldn't give us his name.
Our Cecilia never squeals, never. Did you offer him money?
No.
Never, he wouldn't.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, our research department will find that heartless Shylock. And if they don't...
What's that smell?
I don't smell anything.
Are you wearing something?
A little Bengay on my knees. A little Vicks on my chest. A little deep heat on my neck.
About the man. Anyway, my devotion to God doesn't waver, but suddenly the idea of living with a bunch of guys in itchy robes doesn't seem quite as appealing as that took work.
You eat nothing but rice.
Good morning, ladies. Dorothy, a popsicle stick purse for you. Sophia, a popsicle stick potpourri box. And for you, Rose, 2 lovely popsicle stick earrings.
So, Blanche, how are we enjoying ourselves?
Oh, he is such a liar. Oh, she sure is. Since Patrick got into town, he's been seeing me.
Places, everyone.
We could keep her till Monday.
Oh, I'm not from Child Services. I'm Emily's father.
Well, how do I know that?
Well, I can see the family resemblance. Neither one of them can tell time. Where the hell have you been? You dropped this child off yesterday. You don't show up until today, and you didn't call. I mean, this is not a dry cleaner's.
I did call last night. I spoke.
Hey, fella, your flyer's open.
Girls, look. Self-portrait by Jasper de Kimmel.
Dorothy, that picture has 3 noses.
Oh, I'm so glad that you find my...
No, I meant that for $10,000, I might try my hand at lyric writing. I mean, maybe we could, team up.
You mean music by Rose Nyland, lyrics by Dorothy's Bornat?
Well, why not? I mean, we could be the next Rodgers and Hammerstein, the next Simon and Garfunkel.
Milk duds.
They're delicious. I love them. The trouble is they take out my dentures.
Sophia, I don't think you're having a heart attack. It's most likely a gallbladder attack brought on by overeating. Overeating, by the way, is a gross understatement for what you've described to me.
So I came home.
Blanche Blanche, call the police. I just saw a big, ugly man with a limp walk past my bedroom window. He was wearing Dorothy's coat. But then again, it was dark, and I tend to over-dramatize. What are you doing home?
She snuck out of the hospital. She's too scared to have her up.
Blanche, when is Becky coming? I want to make sure that Ma's all moved into my room.
I'm picking her up at 10:30.
How come when company comes, I always have to sleep with Dorothy? How come I always get the short stick?
It's because you are the short stick. Put that down.
Why?
Since you're sleeping with me, no more liquid till Becky leaves.
Direct. And I happen to be a legitimate, for real security guard.
Well, you're doing a great job, Alvin Newcastle. Nobody's stolen the boardwalk since you've been sitting here.
Forget it. Just forget it. It's my fault for trying to be friendly. I'll go back to counting seagulls.
So where do you work?
But the important thing is, you're our chucklehead. and we wouldn't trade you in for any other chucklehead in the whole wide world. Why don't you take it, Dorothy?
Honey, you listen to me. What you did was great. It was historic. Honey, you're what?
Dorothy? Dorothy?
He decided to buy a woman from the Philippines. Actually, he bought 2 women. He wanted an extra for formal occasions.
Then who is this guy?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was on the bus.
Wait a minute. You set Dorothy up with some guy you met on a bus?
Please, it wasn't that glamorous.
All color will return. Bye-bye.
Now, who in hell was that?
Another one of Rose's new friends.
Friends? They're more like animals. All they do is party and carry on all hours of the night. I am abhorred.
We know what you are, Blanche. I'm glad to finally hear you admit it.
What's wrong?
Lucy didn't come home last night. Her bed has not been slept in.
Calm down, Blanche.
I'm going to call the police.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sure she'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that can happen to a 20-year-old girl in Miami? Oh, my God.
Good morning.
Lucy? Oh, for heaven's...
I heard every word you said. I wasn't asleep. I was just resting my eyes so you'd leave me alone. I used to do that with your father. It only worked about half of the time. Asleep, awake, it didn't matter to him.
Exactly. Good morning.
Well, good morning.
Rose Nyland, you little devil, just look at you.
Why?
Don't you get coy with me now, I can tell. What, honey?
My new dress.
Oh, is that new?
Yes.
It's sort of old-fashioned looking. I wasn't sure it was new.
Oh, that's the style. The girl told me.
What, was she, a pilgrim?
Come on, Blanche. You look wonderful, Rose. Absolutely lovely.
Well, I suppose I should go. I haven't had...
Because you look just a tad like my children. Or maybe it's because I still look like I'm 27. My, how those years did fly by. Seems like before I knew it, the children were cleaning out the attic to start their own places. And while I tried to be happy for them, I have to say I was sadder than I ever remember.
Nobody uses it.
You would take a desert people and put them in the ice and snow?
With the proper clothes, they'll be fine.
Renee, listen, you want to talk. Don't call a talk show. Talk to your husband.
Blanche, at the hospital, they call him Saint George. I married...
At Shady Pines. I can't remember, but I know I did it. I must have. I'm going to prison. Richmond Street,
Ma, what's the matter?
Oh, Dorothy, thank God it's you. I broke my glasses at the mall and I can't see a thing. It took me 6 hours to find my way home.
Ma, if you couldn't see, why didn't you call me to come get you?
I tried to, but every time I put in a dime and dialed, a condom popped out. No, excuse me, you'll pawn the ring. That's my final word.
To keep Stan warm on those cold winter nights, a head coat. Lois, this is just too much. Where'd you find such a ridiculous...
Wasting the taxpayers' money. Yank out that tree and start pouring cement.
Mrs. Claxton, think about what you're doing. That beautiful old tree is 200 years old. How can you hate a living thing?
I hate you.
That's it. I have had all I'm going to take from
One you.
Please, look at his nose. Of course he's Italian.
I'm still confused about the Operation Guild.
The lowest you're going to see.
Are you kidding? This is the highest I have seen. Look.
$3,000?
Hey, ladies, hire whoever you like, but I'm an expert. I can take a toilet apart blindfolded.
Now, there's a dying art. What's your point?
The point is, a lot of things can go wrong. Wood rot, loose plaster, cracked pipe.
This kills me. You try it.
No, I will not. And I don't think you ought to be talking to him like that either. He's practically your daughter's boyfriend.
What are you talking about? They hate each other. They fight all the time.
Very passionate fights. Oh, it has all the signs of a classic love-hate relationship.
It was.
Caring.
Very special. And it's all my fault. He had a heart attack. It's not your fault. He had a heart attack with me. Mrs. Beatty, my late husband, had a heart attack with me as well.
That more people don't think like 9-year-olds.
Hello? Yes, she is. Here, Rose, for you.
Hello? Yes?
It's the president!
Just wheel these to your room.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you.
Hi, Sophia.
Sam, how are you doing?
I'm feeling real good today.
I know, your strength's coming back. You wheeled yourself all the way down the hall.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. With that new toupee, I thought you were Ted Danson.
I just got it today. It hasn't had time to settle. Oh, wow. Is that Rumaki?
Stanley, what are you doing here?
I just came to see Kate.
Oh, she hasn't gotten here yet.
How did you know that she was coming?
Well, she left me a message on my machine.
Go away!
Mama!
First names only, please.
I told you, Cher.
Zbornak. You said Dorothy Zbornak.
Oh, sorry.
So what's wrong with this Dorothy Zbornak?
She's still living home and she's cramping my style.
Well, have you done anything in a positive direction to encourage separation?
This afternoon, and already they have a perfect home for him.
I hate to say it, but I'm gonna miss the little guy. Sure was a lot more fun than that bird on a stick. She's not here. Seems to be complete.
Boy, what rotten luck. I guess I was pushing myself too hard, you know, trying to do too many things for myself. Could you hand me the remote control from the top of the television?
I think the best idea is for you to get some sleep now.
Maybe you're right. Wake me for lunch, okay, babe?
All right, Ma, give me your mirror.
What for?
Every morning I hold it under Ma's nose. If it fogs up, I start the coffee. No breath. Oh, my God, he's dead.
He comes in Steve and goes out Edie.
Listen, I thought about what you were saying, and going to Japan is not worth losing you. You and me, Blanche, we are a team.
Oh, this is too funny.
I don't have to leave the...
Blanche Devereaux's going on a diet.
Could you hold off until tomorrow? I got some Sara Lee stock I'd like to unload. Wait, can I have those gummy bears?
They are good.
The dance floor is out too, unless she can find a new partner within the next minute.
Oh, yeah? Excuse me, sir. Listen, would you consider dumping your partner and dancing with me? Huh? Listen, sir, excuse me. Would you consider it?
Ma, could you narrow that down a bit?
What's his name on TV, on the news? The one who glues his head to the ceiling.
Oh, I think she means that consumer reporter on Channel 8, Enrique Mas.
That's the guy.
Hey, that's not such a bad idea. He helps a lot of people. Well, I believe he must be the... Sophia, there's something I don't understand. Now, you're always a bit ornery, unpleasant, impolite, even downright mean. That's part of your charm.
Thank you, you bed-hopping relic.
Blanche, you must have so many memories here.
Oh, are you kidding? I cannot tell you how many Christmases I spent in this place. Grammy's butler would bring us our eggnog by the hearth, and Grammy and I would sing carols and put out gingerbread men for St. Nick. And over there would be Grandpappy drinking out. Of course, I lost my mama's jewels because of somebody else's energy.
I got no energy. I'm going to sleep.
Blanche, come on, don't be absurd. Look, we were robbed, and now it's over. It has nothing to do with energy. It has nothing to do with being single. It has to do with a lousy lock on a sliding door and...
This house. Oh. Is anybody else hungry?
Well, now that you mention it, I could really go for a pizza.
I've been thinking about Chinese.
I could go for a burger and fries.
Why don't we order it all?
Oh, Sophia, that'd be crazy.
So this would be the first time we did something a little out of the ordinary around here?
Of course, Rose. You know, like windshield wipers.
So they work?
I assume so, yes.
I will go down in history. First I wrote all day, then I tore it all up, and then that night it came to me, and the words poured forth like liquid from a stream. It was almost a mystical experience. Somebody else was writing this. Who? Everman. This is But you grew up in the country. David's a city boy.
Oh, wait, now, Blanche, come on. I'm from New York. I did chores. I made the beds, I washed the dishes, scoured the pots, cleaned the bathroom, folded the laundry, took out the garbage.
My, did you attend a military school?
No, she lived with me.
On Grammy Hollingsworth's plantation. That beautiful old place is going to be gone forever. I used to spend my summers there and Christmas vacations and whenever there was a fight in the house between Big Daddy and Big Mommy.
Big Mommy. Gee, I don't think I ever knew her name before.
Dorothy, I just don't believe you.
You know it. Write it down, all of you.
Dorothy, these are from celebrities.
Oh, Rose, that's private.
Lyle Wagner and Sonny Bono.
Dorothy, my poor, sweet, dead-end Dorothy. You're sending flowers to yourself again, aren't you?
Here? Yeah, must be. I just brought out. Excuse me.
Michael decided to take this.
Dorothy, that's our jacket. Do something.
I'm sorry, Rose. I left my flamethrower in my other purse.
Here, let me handle this. Listen here, mister. Now, I would like to have a word with you. I paid good money.
But limousine's waiting.
Oh, you little devils, you. Wait a minute. Honey, are you sure you don't want to join us?
You got a marzipan bar in your ear? I told you, I've got a date with... You know who?
Mom, we love you.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you fell for it.
I did.
Affections, passions, fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, warmed and cooled by the same winter and summer as you are. If you prick us, do we not bleed?
Morning, Rose, Dorothy. What a night. Did you hear that racket out front? I didn't sleep at all. I think Dreyfus has the hots for our lawn flamingo.
Ma, we don't have...
Oh, look, it's a letter from my friends, Philomena and Dominic Bosco back in Sicily.
Oh.
They're visiting Miami and they're bringing their daughter, Gina. Who are they?
Oh, well, Gina and I were born within minutes of each other at the same hospital in Brooklyn. That's when Ma became friendly with Philomena, before the family moved back to Sicily.
Well, the Boscos want to go out with you.
But we shook on it and everything.
If it makes you feel any better, I'll go out with you.
Instead of her, I go out with you?
Right.
Okay.
So good to see you again, Blanche. And who have we here? Hello, I'm Susan Dodd.
I'm Clayton Blanche's.
And at the information desk was this huge train schedule. And next to every departure, it said Destination Heaven. My first thought was, gee, what a great title for a movie. My second thought was, damn, I'm dead. Clayton?
Blanche, how'd you find me here?
Well, I knew that you and Rose were here last night. May I join you?
Of course.
Thank you.
Bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? I also considered auditioning for the Actors Studio.
Why does every fighter become an actor? Just once, I'd like it the other way. Well, Rose, do I look like the mayor of Palm Springs?
Doug Henning is the mayor of Palm Springs?
Just play the...
Unless, of course, the Japanese come up with something. Here you go. Come on, here's his name and number. My God, what handwriting doctors have. I can't even read this, and I just wrote it.
Here it is.
Thank you, Oliver.
How'd you gonna know it's not chicken soup?
In every position more than...
My position? Oh, goodness, no. The goddess position. We have our problems, too.
Especially when the goddess is twice the size she used to be.
Hi.
Hello, Stan.
Come on in. I ordered up some refreshments. After all.
Blanche! Honey, what's wrong? You're shaking.
I have been humiliated and degraded.
Many times. You just figured it out now?
The evening started off wonderfully. Donald took me to a beautiful restaurant. He ordered everything in French, which totally confused our waiter, Chip.
First Noel, the angels did say. Did I ever tell you about that? One Christmas, we tried to launch a production of A Christmas Carol with an all-chicken cast.
God, look at the time.
Is it that late?
Died.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, but this I care for you thing has always worked up until now. Sophia, I do love you.
I love you, too. So, what do we do?
Sunshine Cadets, we learn you have to pay for your mistakes. This one's gonna cost you a 10-speed Schwinn.
Oh, Daisy, didn't the Sunshine Cadets teach you anything about honesty and decency and respect for your elders?
I think that was scheduled for the weekend camp out at Lake Wakataki.
Where's my balloon?
Ma, you wear those shoes because they're the only shoes you say you can wear. Whenever we get you other shoes, you say they're uncomfortable.
I'm cursed with these square feet. When I was a girl in Sicily, we were too poor for shoes, so I wore a show, Make Room for Daddy.
Thanks, Ma.
Where are you going?
Get some air.
We got air in the house.
I like beer with my air. You wait up for me?
Oh, I didn't set it up. You see, we're serving Cornish game hen.
Oh, well, now that you've explained it. But this still doesn't say anything about Jerry.
I know, but I've drawn a blank. I even called his brother. They haven't spoken since Jerry was arrested for public nudity.
Oh, Ma, come here. I want you to taste this. Well?
Wouldn't it be easier to put a pillow over my face?
Blanche, I told you I am not going to do it.
Well, then you are making a big mistake. If you don't make yourself more interesting to Miles, you're going to lose him. Listen, he's at school every day with other women just looking for trouble.
Oh, no, he is not.
Okay, look at him right now, talking to that young thing. I know exactly what he's saying, too. Say, hey...
Oh, hi, Rose. Out of the closet, I see.
Yeah, I'm back.
Look, I got a card from Ma.
Oh, Dorothy, read it out loud.
Dear Pussycat, I have everything I need, but it's hard to get a decent bikini waxed.
Oh, miserable, no good lowlife. You told me your mama was having surgery.
She is.
Blanche, please let me explain. Why? So you can make up some cockamamie story about how you're just two ships that passed in the night and it'll never happen again? Save your breath. I've heard all that before.
You have?
Yes.
Hey, I hope I didn't offend you.
No harm done, darling. Now, I want you to promise me you won't fret none.
Well, I would, except I'm not exactly sure what fret none is.
Oh, Daddy, I'm so glad to see you. Get on over here and sit down.
Oh, I can't stay, honey. I got some business to attend to.
Oh, Salvador. Mainly because he's the only guy in the room with a neck. Anyway, I'm feeling a little queasy. Francesca makes a great party, but she bakes a manicotti you could anchor a boat with. So I go upstairs for a broma seltzer when suddenly Salvador grabs me from behind and begins passionately kissing me.
I made a fool of myself, didn't I?
Yes!
Well, I feel awful, just awful.
Listen, if you don't want tonight to turn into a total disaster, you have to stop being so self-conscious.
Oh, well, you're right, of course. Dr. Newman is a guest in our home. If I'm self-conscious, he'll be ill at ease. I can't allow that to...
Tell you until you're 60, but I think you can handle it now. We lived in New York at the time, and there was the San Gennaro Festival every year. And your father, may he rest in peace until I get there, got so turned on by the festivities one year, he couldn't wait till we got home.
Pierre Freudenstoifer. He worked in his father's quiche factory. And his father, Lars...
Look, do I look like I just fell off the turnip truck?
No. But you do look like the woman who used to drive it.
Monday morning, I am going to be the first in line.
Make that second.
What are you talking about, Blanche? You've never cared about Jeopardy.
No, but I do care for Alex Trebek. You see, I've never had a Canadian who wasn't on skates.
I'm sorry.
Stage of my life.
I used to think Stan would take care of me. I mean, we didn't have much saved, but he was a darn good novelty salesman. Sounds naive now to think that I placed my hopes for the future on a bald pinhead with the morals of a maggot who made his living selling plastic dog
Yes? Yes, she does. It's the police. There's been an accident.
You promised me you wouldn't drive alone.
I don't want to believe it. It's a great story.
I've even told that. It's never stopped her before. You know, whatever sounds good, she tells it as fact.
You see why we never had to write?
Finally, the women took matters in their own hands. They dragged her to the outskirts of town, threw her on the ground, and asked her, why? Why would you do such a thing?
What did she say?
What else is there to do in this godforsaken village?
Ma, what does this have to do with Lucy?
Not a thing. It's the only Don't let your ego get involved.
My ego is not involved. Look, I'm nobody special, Ma. I'm just an average citizen. I saw another citizen and I reached out. A man changed his life and I'm just somebody who helped him do it. Me, Dorothy Zbornak, miracle worker. Such a warm, wonderful moment.
Oh, I just wish I spoke Italian so I'd know what they were saying. The other team are the X's, and you're all O's.
It's easy to remember. It's the number of points you scored this season.
Now, the tight end decoys, so it looks like we're running a draw play, and then he slips into a soft spot in the zone over the middle. The flanker fakes a screen, then...
I'm sorry. I cannot pretend no more.
Uncle Angelo, what's wrong?
It's a long, sad story. A story of love, a story of a deception, a story of a fool.
You know the story of Elsie Holdenfelder? Blanche, could you come out here?
What's wrong, honey?
That was Sam Burns. He found these in his love seat.
My earrings,
Aren't we forgetting something?
What?
An apology?
Oh, honey, you don't have to apologize.
Blanche took pictures with the camera over film that was already in it.
Well, how strange. What a great alibi for the future.
But wait a minute, what were you doing taking pictures of yourself in bed?
You've seen her Christmas cards.
Well, I've got 2 tickets here for the final night of the Philharmonic.
It worked. Listen, honey, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody is afraid of something.
What are you afraid of, Blanche?
Nothing.
You're a real team player, aren't you?
I'm not afraid of anything now, but I sure used to be. Not a phobia exactly, but something just...
You always meet a lot of lecherous guys out for a good time who think they can impress you by throwing their money around.
Oh, damn, I wish I didn't have to go to work today. Well, Dorothy, you go. You can relax and take your mind off your job interview tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, all right.
Oh, good. I would lend you my pants.
It won't go off.
Great. Now it's going to be colder inside than it is outside.
I think you're right. There's an icicle forming on the nose of my bunny slippers. There, that's not so bad. When I woke up, I was crying. What do you suppose it all means?
Peanuts envy?
Good morning.
Oh, hey, you got home pretty late last night. When I went to bed, you still weren't in.
Well, I was up all night with Mel Bushman having...
Yeah, well, what about that surprise party we threw for you when we first moved in? That worked. Or almost. I mean, it kind of worked.
Hi, Rose. I picked up Blanche's birthday cake. What are you doing?
Decorating Blanche's birthday cake. There, it's finished.
Right there.
All right. The bonds are in my safety deposit box. I'll give them to you this afternoon.
Oh, Blanche, thank you. On behalf of the people of St. Olaf, I'd like to do a thank you dance. I'll need a pot and a sheet, a rubber band, and a spoon.
Hey, there's nothing I can do, so get that look out of your eye and let go of my hand.
Girls, I am so excited. I just got a big bonus at work. And guess what I've decided to do with it?
What?
I'm gonna have my breasts enlarged.
To go out with him.
Then we just write one last farewell letter before he moves to Saskatchewan. And that's the end of Isaac Newton.
Isaac Newton?
It was the first name that came to mind.
Isaac Newton was the first name that came to mind.
Well, we aren't going to waste this day. We have to do something constructive.
Jeopardy is on in 15 minutes.
Sounds good to me. Let's go. I'll just slice up this cake and bring it in.
Sophia, don't you have to go back to work?
Please, I don't perform brain surgery. I give people directions to the cafeteria.
Just because he made a mistake. Come on, you guys, we're going to be late. I'll get the car. I'll meet you in front.
Oh! I got it in my hair. It was hitting me like pellets. I got a piece of rice in my eye. She could have put my eye out.
Well, I never had food like that in my life.
Now, I spent a summer in Italy 4 years ago. I never ate this well. Of course, I never ate. Who had the time or the energy, if you get my drift?
This is why I didn't tell you about this in the first place. You are always criticizing me. You are always judging me. You are always telling me what to do. Well, this time I'm going to do what feels right for me, and there's nothing you can say that'll make me feel guilty about it.
Boy, I wish I'd married Bing Crosby when I had the chance.
Work in pairs.
I don't know what the church is coming to. I thought it stopped with bingo.
That was no nun. I work for a consumer protection show. We've been warning people about this for months. Once these scamsters have your money in an envelope, they make a swim.
Oh, great, great. What are we supposed to do now?
Back in Minnesota, we'd settle this kind of a dispute with some good-natured log rolling.
Oh, sorry, Rose, my log is in the shop. What do we do now? Toss a coin?
Okay.
All right.
Art can be appreciated by humanity. Dorothy, you're here as a substitute teacher to educate our youth. And Rose, you're here because the rhythm method was very popular in the 20s. Okay? I'm going to the movies. Goodbye.
Gunilla gets a catalog. And Ilsa, the girl who could make bad food good.
Look, Rose, if you don't do the part, there won't be any play. Now, this is a project that I care about deeply, but I don't want you doing it for my sake.
Oh, my God, I don't believe it.
What?
Take a look. That's snow. Yeah, it's kind of light and wimpy, but it is snow.
A white Christmas in Miami? Can you beat that?
Oh, this calls for some Christmas music.
By the way, how big are you going to get?
Good night, Ma.
Finally, where have you been? I got away as soon as I
found trip ticket. You can go back and continue to live your life. But before you go, I have 2 pieces of advice. Don't get hit in the mouth with a steam shovel. That can kill you. And make the most of the time you're given. You'd be surprised how
giving these last 2 weeks.
What?
He's been saying me and Blanche and Phyllis behind our backs.
You're a dirtbag. He's been seeing me too.
What?
Yes, yes.
Oh, that man is sly.
Scum.
So Flugenochen.
What?
So Flugenochen.
Age making me want to see those things.
No.
I'm glad I looked you up, Blanche. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. Well, I guess I better be getting back to the hotel.
Oh, honey, are you sure you have to?
Blanche, are you asking me what I think you're asking?
I'm sorry.
Well, you don't need to be sorry. In fact, I should thank you
For what?
for giving me life. Oh, and it's been a great one. I mean, the Lindstroms were wonderful parents. I had a wonderful husband. I have beautiful children. And I owe it all to you.
Findings. There are new diseases arising all the time, things that we don't necessarily have tests for. But that doesn't mean the diseases don't exist.
See how terrific the Chinese are with the most terrific food. Tasty, but not fattening. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't get hungry an hour later.
Ma, let Dr. Chen
work.
Then you'll stay.
Not so fast. You're gonna have to make a few changes around here first.
What kind of changes?
Like you can't hang around me all the time. You need your space, I need mine. Okay?
Okay, Ma.
So maybe I'll stick around and look.
And when you tell her.
Oh, I'm not telling her anything.
Well, she's your friend. You've got to tell her.
Oh, no, I don't. The last time a friend's sweetheart made a pass at me, I lost my friend, Anderbo.
Anderbo?
That's right, Anderbo Johnson. Clyde Whitehead, Anderbo's beau, decided he wanted to see my cheerleader sweater from the inside. And again, with what I now know.
Is Emily all right?
Oh, yeah, she's fine. We're just going to get something to eat.
How do you know she wants something to eat?
Because she keeps licking her lips and staring at my chest.
Let's discuss this in the kitchen so we don't wake Ma.
Oh, you're not going to wake up Sophia. She is exhausted.
I didn't hear her, but I did.
Dropped it off at the newspaper office.
Dorothy, you told me exactly what you wanted me to do a dozen times. Any idiot could have done it.
I know, honey, but you were the only one going downtown. Are you sure that you dropped it off at the newspaper office?
Yes, 6 people already called while you were out. Hey, give that to me. I'll try and find it for you.
Dorothy. Oh, Dorothy. Oh, that's right. Yeah, honey. You keep an eye on her.
Tell me, Rose, do any of your kids still have their own teeth?
I know it's a little sweet, but it's Kirsten's favorite.
So, what are you and your daughter planning on doing this week?
Oh, my granddaughter's never been to Florida before, so I thought I'd take them to SeaWorld and Gator World and Reptile World and Parrot Village.
What? The parrots don't get a... Ma, yesterday you said you were going to pull the weeds.
I said I'd get it done, and it's getting done. So lighten up.
Dorothy, Sophia, come quick!
Oh, my God.
The storm must have knocked it down.
Let me up.
Ma, this is Father Leahy. He had dinner with us tonight.
Oh, pleased to meet you. What happened to your date?
Father Leahy is her date.
Come here. Rose, get to the part where they steal the brain out of a dead body and throw it into your head.
So anyway, she got a suspended sentence.
They let her go?
No, they hanged her.
Ma, don't be ridiculous. Just turn up the heat.
It's already on 9. On 10, you can cook a lean cuisine.
Good night, Ma. You know, Ma, this reminds me of the time the heat went out in our old apartment.
Well, this year we just happened to have gotten a real actor, a star of incredible magnitude. Oh, Dorothy, the Miami Community Players are going to have the extraordinary experience of working with none other than the incandescent Mr. Patrick Bone.
Oh, Patrick, what? Oh, my... Guys, our relationship for this... I guess it's possible you were attracted to Stan. I mean, Lord knows I stayed with him for 38 years, but
I think this time you could have resisted just in case it might have made a difference to me. And I think the thing that hurts me most of all.
Ma, that looks like a cookie.
Sophia, honey, I think you put too much rum in it.
So stick an umbrella in it and serve it with straws. Everyone will think they're at Trader Vic's.
Well, let's take it in the living room. Roberta's going to be here any minute.
Ma, this place is fantastic. I feel like I did when I was 20.
You mean unmarried and pregnant?
Blanche, look around. Isn't this wonderful?
100% better.
And that's the big secret?
Oh, no. The big secret was that Miss MacGyver and Miss McKee were sharing a one-bedroom apartment off campus.
How will you?
Here you go, ladies. Dorothy, would you like some more d'oeuvres?
No.
Anna said she was fine. She looks like hell.
Thank you, Blanche.
Oh, you know, I think in my novel my heroine will be sick. Tragically sick, but snatched back from death by a doctor.
What? Get out! Out! Dorothy. Oh, nice going, Dorothy. It's not going to be easy to get him to come back here for another house call.
I cannot believe that you asked this man to examine my mother.
That's one doctor whose bedside manner I have no interest in.
We definitely need a second opinion.
I wouldn't go to bed with him either, Dora.
Morning. Oh, you've already got breakfast ready? Becky and I were up till all hours talking. You know, my daughter and I haven't had a talk like that since ever.
Must have been fun.
Oh, yeah, we did each other's hair and laughed and laughed.
I can see why. Holy smoke. Holy Toledo. Holy mackerel.
What, Ma?
Nothing.
What is it, Sophia?
What, Rose? What?
Or Dynasty, or Falcon's Landing, or one of those. They're all the same.
Oh, I thought you were the one.
Oh, please. I could never do anything like that. If you saw my brother-in-law, you'd know why.
Now, look, Rose, you're going to have to go tell.
चाफिया फुलाचा अंगणा अंगणा दिसत पांढरा चाफिया फुलाचा अंगणा अंगणा दिसत पांढरा रुपाली नवरी लाडकी मोठ्यानी भरी लाग